Well, welcome to the Architects of Fate streaming extravaganza. That's right, you found the self-proclaimed original Twitch TTRPG stream that lets you shake up our world. Now pay attention, because this is how it works. If you'd like to add some loops to this roller coaster ride of a show, you're gonna need fate chips. Now these magical loyalty points can be earned just by watching, following, hosting, subscribing, or just engaging with us in the chat. It's like free money, people. With your fate chips, you can use your powers as an architect to heal your favorite players, summon items that will make their adventure a lot easier, or a lot harder. You can even make players say or sing outrageously silly things. Think of those possibilities. But wait, there is more. You can also toss our unsuspecting heroes into random encounters that will leave them sweating, strategizing, and questioning their life choices. All it takes is a quick redeem command in the chat. You choose the item or action and the player you want to mess with, and we'll take it from there. So sit back, relax, and prepare yourselves for a mind-blowing spectacle of storytelling and mayhem. We've got adventure, we've got drama, and more surprises than a clown car at a kid's birthday party. So let's go!
Here we go.
Welcome, all you architects of fate. I am Simon the Cat, and with me is my good friend, Rufus the Robot.
Here I am.
Hey, thanks for putting up with a delay, a reschedule here. We were on an away mission, and it ran a little long, and so we were in, and we also have delightfully decided to have another installment this evening of Cookie Track, but this time it is Pizza Track. But we will still be taking randomly selected Star Trek themes, and with your help, as always, we will try and break down a 3-act Star Trek episode, and we will do it all while relaxing, and this time, enjoying delightful pizza. Rufus, do you want to tell us about tonight's pizzas and cookies? And story?
What? Okay, so tonight...
Things.
Well, you know, I'm still on that away mission. Tonight's beats that we're going to cover are encounter with person or persons marooned on a planet, holographic love interest, and gratuitous male gaze. Boy, that's really hard to say. Gratuitous male gaze. And the title for tonight is Here's...
It's not hard to do, though.
Well, you know, it's almost like it's a given, isn't it?
Yeah.
Tonight's title is "Here's Looking at You," Will Robinson, who's a personal friend of mine, I must say.
Was he a generous partner? Scene partner, I should say.
I found him to be absolutely wonderful to work with. Just a true professional in every sense of the word. I mean, yeah, he and Dr. Smith, they kept that show going. They made it what it is.
Yes, they did.
Yeah, they did.
We do have that. And I just want to let you know that tonight we are going to be using, as always, the rules from Star Trek Adventures by Modiphius, as well as the Mythic Game Master emulator to help us generate random plot points and situations when we decide we need some help. Less of a screen hog than one of those special yes. Apparently, I don't know, Mr. GM, if you want to look it up, Jonathan Harris did some great interviews for cinematic whatever, right, in his later years. And Will Robinson was played by
Billy Movie?
Billy Mooney. Billy Mooney and him, apparently, they got dispensation to just write their own stuff, which is why the show turned out the way it did, because they kept that show on the air.
I mean, it's amazing too. I mean, and yeah, he's a delightful storyteller. I gotta say, he's a just a fantastic old queen, as we would say. And Billy Movie, if you're not familiar, went on to play Lanier on Babylon 5. Bet you're surprised that I remembered that.
I feel that it's been put into your memory, re-uploaded to your memory banks a number of times. And,
you are correct, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, you are correct, sir.
Just keep adding it to your memory bank until it fits. I think.
There it is again.
Yep, there it is again. Yeah.
There it is again.
Yep. Intersections in real time.
Well,
Speaking of intersections
show
in
on the
real
road.
time,
I mean, after all this delay, we better get started.
We better get started. Let's get cracking.
And we're not even going to talk about the pizzas because it's just store brand pizza. I gotta say, delicious. Always hits the spot. I'll put a plug in for Jack's Pizza. If you're from the Midwest, you know Jack's.
Yeah, I got the pub pizza, which you I think find abhorrent.
I do.
An abomination. Yes.
Absolutely.
Yep. So what I'm gonna do is look over here and check my thing. So our teaser. Well, we can decide if we want to address the plot points right off the bat, or if we want to. Let's start us off with some random.
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually, I think that we should incorporate some Will Robinson stuff. I think that whoever we find on the planet is truly a treasure, and it's a wonderful treasure. What I'm gonna do is where's my random buzzword thingy? Okay, we're gonna create an event. It is a bad thing for me. A passion message. So, yeah, I like the idea that there's a passion message of some sort.
Okay, maybe who we're encountering is a long lost love.
It could be someone who might be just passionate, but yes, a long lost love of Lieutenant Noobs,
or a long lost stalker.
Long lost stalker, which I thought I'd abandoned. Yes. Well, this is already going into too much setup.
And it's like, oh yeah, who would expect them out here in the middle of fucking nowhere of space?
The noob stalker is marooned, and now the whole show can be. But should we though? Do we really need to rescue them? I think this sets up our entire conundrum. I think
it is a moral quandary, isn't it?
And also it is his holographic love interest. That's purely one-sided, and in keeping with the Babylon 5, the Babylon 5 setup, all love is unrequited. We're gonna just go with that.
Yeah.
And it is. He thought he ditched an obsessive holo program. And now they found that little cube what they set him out in. Instead of putting him in a cube on the desk, they put the whole emitter in a shuttle and just shoved it out the airlock.
Or maybe it's been out here like trying to find him because the stalker knows that Noob's on a spaceship somewhere.
Yeah, he doomed him and he crashed. Dr. Lynn's gonna have. Oh my God! Yeah, Dr. Lynn's gotta have that moment. I put that pin in the Dr. Lynn has to have a moment. Well, we gotta help someone in need, and Noob just cannot override the command staff. And I like the idea that Noob is the only one that knows who it is. But he gets the message and is like, do we need to, though? Do we need to? So what I'm going to do is, this sounds like an urgent thing for the bridge.
Mm-hmm.
This is a bridge set, and I think it's Lieutenant Noob's watch. And that's when, what's her name? Darn it. Who is it that gets the message? Edna?
Mm-hmm.
Edna gets the message, and we're right into the frickin' action. Yeah, Noob is temporarily in command because it's like Zeta shift.
Absolutely.
Noob on Zeta shift. Sorry, I'm a little coughing here. If I don't catch some robotic disease from our travels, I'm gonna be a bit shocked.
Hey, I'm clean.
Oh, I know you are. It's like we wandered around all kinds of atmospheric and yeah, Lieutenant Edna is on bridge, and I'm gonna go with we're just gonna go with our old standby Queen of Denmark, right? The King of Denmark.
Mm-hmm.
These all should be people that outrank Noob technically, even though he's in charge as the captain. Where is he? Where is he?
What are you looking for?
I'm looking for our
right
navigator.
there, right there.
Where?
Yeah, right there. Back one page back.
Oh gosh. Well, okay, we're gonna wallop on the Danes one more time. Noob is on Zeta shift.
Mm-hmm.
Message comes in. Someone marooned. And then we gotta find out who would Noob's stalker be? What holographic hell has he unleashed?
Well, here's the deal. We could just not even show the stalker for the trailer. We answer distress signal. Help, I'm abandoned, but it's just a text message or something like that. And then when we contact the surface, it's like, I'm Lieutenant Noob. Can we be of assistance? And the voice says, Noob? Is that you?
Well, see, I think we can get all that into the teaser.
That's what I was going to say. And then we decide who it is.
Okay, you've just made 2 extra bits of text. Okay, that's great. Now it still leaves me with a fundamental conundrum of who is it?
Well, we'll decide that during the commercial break.
No. Oh God. Usually it ends on a face. That's why I'm.
No, I think there should be nude space recognizing, Zoiks, gulp, something like that.
Zoinks, gulp. Only person in the Alpha Quadrant with the font. Huh? No, I'm not following. Noob only knows it's a stalker because the text message. Okay, I didn't read the whole thing. Text only. With a dotted. Yeah, .ci with a heart. That's exactly what I was thinking was happening. Yes. And then we do it. Only person in the alpha quadrant with that font, and I will just lift that straight from GM. I don't know how far GM is behind.
Oh, he's right with us. No worries.
Okay.
So maybe
That,
we
that takes
should.
care of Act 1. That takes care of the teaser.
Yeah,
What's
that's
your
the
next
teaser's
problem?
over. That was very efficient. So, how about instead of us, let's try a little bit more randomness and see if that gives us a clue about who it could be.
Okay. Alright, we're gonna go back here to create an event just to get some ideas.
Mm-hmm.
Oppressed travel? Trying to think of a famous person that did that.
Hmm.
Hold on just a second. Just a second. The Dred Scott decision. Who is the Supreme Court justice in that?
No, I have no idea.
Yep, Chief Justice. Yeah, the majority enslaved people were not citizens and could not expect protection. I like the idea that that's the freedom to travel thing.
Hmm.
So, do you think that the ghost of Roger B. Taney has haunted Noob or not?
Oh, let's
Or would that be in a really bad taste?
no, let's start with him, but let's go let's go sideways on this, and let's because he looks like Tiny Tim, and let's say it's Tiny Tim. You know Tiny Tim?
I do indeed. Tiny Time, no.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, if that's not nightmare fuel. Oh, dear God. I think I'm going with the Mad Hatter version of him. He is a man.
Yeah, Tiny Tim. He got married on the Tonight Show.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Yes, and actually he died moments after performance, and the audience was incredibly enthusiastic. So he
Did he
died
die?
he died hearing the love of an audience.
Oh, he did? Okay.
They were still clapping when he died.
The hell? Oh, God, that's terrible.
Oh, I thought it was the best way to go.
Anomalous one-hit wonders. Backstory is quite fascinating. Okay, I want to hear more about Tiny Tim later.
Okay.
But yeah, a hologram of Tiny Tim.
Hollow Tiny. Wait, maybe do we know he's a tiny? Do we know he's a hologram from the get-go, or we find that out later?
Decided it's a hologram from the get-go. I don't care.
Okay.
I am going to. Oh God, if his ghost is about, there's a racist ghost candle about somewhere. Well, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do the judge. GM, I think someone saved me from something really terrible.
I think it was just a matter of like the judge looks like Tiny Tim, so we're gonna go with Tiny Tim.
Yeah, we're gonna go with Tiny Tim. Because I really don't want to. You know, dipping your toe into it is maybe something a more bold show would do. But I don't think I want to really, make light of somebody who actually just fucking rendered a freaking horrible, probably legal decision.
Yeah, I know. Mr. Glassman's here.
Hey, you just missed the teaser. That's all.
Yeah, we started late tonight.
We started a little late, and I already messaged him. Mr. Glassman has already been messaged. He is on the call list of whenever we're running late for anything. He does receive. He and GM and the Great Barrier do receive direct messages.
Hey, folks, we love you at
We do
Direct,
love
we
you.
love you.
You're our fan. you're both our fans. So all we're gonna say is that is the kind of treatment you should expect at Architects of Fate, and anyone who values you. European privilege. Oh, it's the fact that you're staying up late. You're sacrificing your time for us, and I think that's vital. So this is Holo Tiny Tim, which is gonna be
Yeah,
great.
basically what's happened is we responded to a distress call. Someone stranded on the planet, and it's turned out to be a stalker that Noob thought he was shed of. That's it.
And it's like, do we need? Do we? But should we? Yeah, so basically now Noob is trying to convince the command staff not to mount a rescue operation.
I think I think the way the first that when we come back from the commercial,
Yes. Where are we at?
we should.
Are we on the bridge? Are we in the conference room?
We're still on the bridge. We're in the when we come back. Tiny Tim is already talking about how I've been telling everyone I was just so desperate to find you because you're just the most perfect cat in the world. Just sort of going on and and Noob is sort of rolling his eyes and kind of sighing and things like that, and instead of interrupting, he just lets Tiny Tim keep on talking, but he mutes him, and and Edna says, "Oh, my possum, it sounds like this is the most wonderful person. Oh, were you also in love?"
No, I was not. This is a hologram that I accidentally brought into being. Does anyone want to know guess at what magical dumb command made the holodeck create yet another sentient life form?
Oh, I would love to know what that is.
I would love to know what evokes the Tiny Tim hologram. I think I mentioned that I loved walking through flowers. And how I enjoyed the smell of flowers and walking through them.
Absolutely.
Let me see.
On little cat feet.
Was it Tim goes on about how much he misses Noob and has been telling everyone about how wonderful he is.
Actually, he probably says something like, I actually started a podcast about my quest to find you. Have you been listening?
And he started a podcast.
So there's probably
there's like 400 episodes in.
Well, there's this whole fan base too. There's a fan base that wants him to succeed.
We also need a shipping name.
Oh. That's a good. What is the shipping name for?
I think it was. If it were Bill and Noob, it would be Boob. But we're not gonna do that.
It's Tube.
Tube, maybe. Noom. I like Tube. Yeah, there's a lot of tube shipping.
Tube shipping. Oh, this is going to be good.
Oh, God. No, I like the idea now that it sets up future precedents of future people that can now interact with Noob, because Noob's actually been... my character's actually been left out, pretty much.
Oh, no. What if everybody else on the ship really gets behind this?
Oh, they are solely behind Team Noob. T-shirts are going to start just appearing.
T-shirts.
Like the choo-choo dance. I replicated T-shirts. Let me see. And I think it was in Noob's former posting.
Mhm.
The whole, yeah. That's a lot of tube shipping. We're shipping a tube. Let me see. Let me see. And then Edna thinks it's great. Edna confesses
I've been listening.
that she's been listening to it. Yeah.
Maybe she unzips her uniform. There's a tube T-shirt.
No, I like the idea that she actually moves her earpiece, and on the bottom of it, it has a logo.
Yeah. Yes. The tube logo.
Did not think that Tiny Tim was actually alive.
Right.
I'll just go with TT.
And that's the thing, like, maybe this just keeps coming out. Like, people have known about this for some time, and like Noob is like, how come nobody told me about
They were waiting for the makeup sex.
I wanted to see how it ended.
Yeah, these were just timed. What were they called? Are they called timed releases?
The podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's become a true crime podcast now. And the thing is, she's gonna spoil something.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
She's gonna reveal a spoiler of some sort. I don't know what it is, but to which, of course, Willem Alexander will be pissed. Spoilers.
Absolutely. Yeah, I had not heard that one.
He's on episode 137.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the idea. I like the idea that now the whole crew is into this. We're so invested in this thing. Ah, shit. How did we do this? This was supposed to be the sensible show.
No, I think this one is. Because it really puts Noob in a terrible position.
What did he resurrect a living human, a still living person, and stalk them for his own pleasure? Nope. I don't think we're Jordy LaForge light. Oh, somebody like breaks out the LaForge protocols.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I think we're gonna have to sit down and have a conference about this. Is he gonna get called to the captain's office?
Yes.
Over this? Is the captain gonna have to rarely take a stand?
I mean, maybe we end up having or is this a conference room scene?
It could be a conference room, but it's where would Noob be dressed down at this? Because it's like he's the whole crew. I think we'll do a conference room, and then we'll have him pulled aside by the captain, talking about the relationship with between holographic entities and humans.
Mm-hmm.
Just added another inch and a half to the Starfleet manual on interspecies relationships. By the way, no one has seen Steve Shive's latest Starfleet HR on YouTube, I highly recommend it.
Oh, it's wonderful.
It is wonderful. It did not go anywhere near what I expected, which is even better.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I definitely enjoy being surprised. That's why we do this, and that's why we do this with all of you. Because you guys come up with ideas that we had not even thought of. And I think that's diversity in the workplace and in life, which I don't know is still legal to talk about in the state we're in. But we'll see.
So
we got the hologram. Oh, we got the conference room.
I mean, I think, the way this is going, though, is like everybody is just, they're not listening to Noob, basically. It's like they just won't listen to what he's...
The guy's a psycho?
Yeah, they
That
can't
Tim is a
believe it.
psycho? Yeah.
Well, they all know it from Tim's side. They all know the story
Oh,
from.
God, Tim's podcast.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing: the captain doesn't know anything about it. Like he doesn't know anything about podcasts at all.
Yes.
And so, who is he initially going to be swayed by all of the passion that people are relating, and just everybody just wants a happy ending out of this.
With his beans exposed.
Oh yes.
And technically, he is an artiodactyl creature, which means he always tiptoes.
Ooh, that's why he's so perfect. That's why Tandy Tim is so fascinated with him. And we all learned something tonight.
We learned a new thing. We learned a phrase, artiodactyl, I believe.
Artiodactyl. Yeah.
Artiodactyl.
Artiodactyl.
Okay, so I just literally fucking just did all of them. Yep, all done.
We've been
Roll credits.
We have been front loading these for a while. I think we just gotten too good at this. Maybe I don't know.
We thought a little too far ahead, but that's okay because it leaves more room. Those are the things we gotta have. That is not all. It's like
Right.
to have a pizza you need dough, and after that you can keep moving. So
I think what we got to work on here is the emotional roller coaster that is this concept.
The story of Tube. And let me see. Does Noob need to be in on this? Yeah. I think everybody needs to be doing this.
Because I think it'd be funny again, he just keeps disagreeing and trying to get the point across, and just nobody's listening.
Nobody's listening. I mean, and that is the thing of like being in love with being in love. Like kind of we're all in love with love.
I mean, let's face it, this idea of searching the galaxy for your love. Yes, it's creepy, but we've got a long tradition of obsessive love in our culture.
Yes, I love the idea that each culture each person has to weigh in.
Mm-hmm. Well, we love that too.
Yeah, I like that. I like that everybody. Oh, it's a big one on Drog. I mean, that's the only kind of love on Drog.
That's the only. Yeah, it's always just overly dramatic love with a song.
I feel we might be able to. I'm still loving the part where my king is canon in Star Trek. Oh yeah, he's added to the list, a very short list of people who are actually in charge of countries who showed up on Star Trek. Like the King of Jordan was one of them, wasn't it? Was a prince?
I believe so.
Yeah, he just walked him by. You put him in a uniform. You walked him past the camera, and everybody went home. It was like, what? But yeah, I like that, and I think, how would, I'm just gonna ask for you to speak for your entire culture here, Mr. Black Man. Inconveniencing Noob by infecting everyone with the love conquers all trope. Oh, yes. I love that. Yeah, thank you for dragging back in the Mayberry crisis.
Mm-hmm.
The weird part is without Mayberry, part of it, because Mayberry is a, at least when I conceived of it for 30 seconds when I thought of it. I was meant to be like the question is there how would a Dutch person in general, or Prince Willem actually, whatever you want to do, how would they deal with this unrequited love, this idea that one person is obsessed with the other and the other does not give two shits about them, or is really actively regretting it because Noob accidentally created this guy, and now this guy is obsessed with him, and Noob didn't have the heart to just put him out of his misery. If it's too personal for you, Mr. Goliath Man, it's okay. I do like putting the audience on the spot with some deep, dark stuff. But I do like the Mayberry... Maybe the Mayberry Crisis tries to make everyone extra good. Its goodness pervades. Yeah, and actually, Survival of Tiny Tim... Marry someone from your neighboring countries that isn't Dutch. Wait, I'm not following. Wait, I might be missing how to interpret that. I went on two different tangents. So that would be how they deal with it? Our queen. Ah, yes, that's right. He was so desperate to get out of a Dutch relationship. He said, I know. He speaks a lot of different language. Okay, I get it. Alright, I like the idea. His suggestion is, why didn't you just marry somebody else? Alright, so his suggestion is go find somebody who's not. I think Willem is not altogether good with it.
Well, we should bring Kat should weigh in on this as well.
Kat, yes. Oh no, all of them are gonna get to weigh in on this. This is the weird part. Not the weird part. I think it's I'd like to make the solution drug based, but that's just me. Was Kat like alright, she was a symphony person. Who was it that was I'm trying to think of who was buying a used car.
Oh, used car.
Remember there was a person that owned a car. It was one of the general not generals. It was one oh, it's how we got what's his name? Samuel T. Cogley. Oh, owns a car with buckets. Okay, that's why. That was buckets.
Oh, dead. Buckets. Okay, buckets. Yeah.
Also, we're gonna get in Lieutenant Lynch's opinion. All right, Kat's got an opinion. I want to bring Lieutenant Lynch in. Who's Floyd taking this?
Actually, Floyd's like is Floyd out of commission because we.
Oh, we might not remember Floyd.
Yeah. I think it was something like that.
And I think that we might even bring in a plot point of if someone from Drog, a pure Drog, shows up, that they will wonder where Floyd is.
Oh, yeah.
Just the thought. I'm putting that in the back pocket. But yeah, Willem wants to find another person. What's Kat's opinion then?
I think all of them, except maybe Willem.
Except Willem.
Willem's just like, why don't you just go marry somebody else,
Yeah.
But I think everybody's really pulling for this again because they're heavily invested in the podcast. And of course, this is so frustrating to Noob because nobody is listening.
the podcast end. It could be. Willem's response is going to be this. Well, it could be a true crime podcast.
Oh, I think I like that. Really gives him a good personality.
Yeah, I think Mr. Goliath just gave that a thumbs up. Because I think I've read some bits about Dutch people and that they're like bankers and there's a couple other things, but infinitely practical is
I think about Jan Moss from Ted Lasso.
yeah, Jan Moss from Ted Lasso is like, well, this
kind
is
of
true.
brutally direct.
He's brutally direct, and I think the bits I've read, because Mr. Glassman, I've been quietly stalking your entire country through podcasts. It is a very practical country where you just get feedback, and it is not varnished at all. It is not in any way minced or wrapped in flowery words. It is pretty straightforward and no harm, no foul. So you just say, look, everybody's gonna. I'm gonna tell you what I think. You're gonna tell me what you think, and we're just gonna move on from that. Because I think this was because all right, the bit I understand. We are hard but yeah, well, hard and passionate. I'm just gonna leave that lay there. But no, there's a thing about like you needed to be very direct because everybody was responsible for making sure their part of the dam didn't break. And so it got around really quickly if you were fucking lying. Because the proof was very much your dam leaked and you told us it didn't. So you better be upfront with this. At least that's my brain. That's how my brain is going to categorize it. It was a necessity. You couldn't dance around. We're not going to work. They would come over and beat you up. Yeah, if the dam broke, we were all fucked. So yeah, everybody had to be pretty direct with, you're not doing that right, and we're all gonna die if you don't do this right. Yeah, damn story. Hey, we got a whole bunch of cities that need some help here pretty damn quick.
That's so true.
No pun intended. Okay, so Willem's out there. He's just telling you it's gonna be a true crime podcast, which puts too much into Noobs' brain at this point. Lind is let me see. Lind is gonna play the trump card though. Because that was brought up. I think GM brought this up, and his is, well, legally we've got to do something. We've got to do it no matter what. It's not just unrequited love. It's like there's a rescue. We still have to render aid.
That's true. We do. That's the conundrum, And maybe this is when Noob gets the dressing down the captain has to kind of say, I don't care what this whole thing's about. We got to rescue this creature.
Yeah, it's like, and it's this point where we start, because we're in this weird timeless part of Star Trek, where we're not nailing ourselves down to a period, but we're nailing ourselves definitely down to whatever makes for a good story. Do we though? And once the captain hears that, because he's just sitting in listening, because he's just not going to get involved in this. And
he doesn't even want to be in. He doesn't even want to be in this meeting.
He is not in the meeting.
Oh, he's just listening.
He's just listening. He's on
Zoom.
No, it's funny. No, it's worse. It's like he's. Yeah, and it's the captain. The captain. No one muted the speakerphone. I like that idea.
Mm-hmm.
And I like the idea because now we get to stick him in a ready room, which we haven't used in forever.
Oh yeah, I always love going back there.
Do we have a ready room? Meets
Do
in the
we?
elevator. I don't know. I mean, I got a pile of sets, which is real. This looks close enough. Yeah, it's got a fish tank and a toilet. Two vital things for every captain. And again, thank you, ex-artist Scientifica, for letting us just use your stuff with credits. But I don't know if that's even true. If what we have to do here. So, and I do have access to 3D models of many sets that I think I could render and use for our own, but I kind of like grabbing them. We still in Act 2.
Let's make this 3.
That means we can't need resolution, bro.
Oh.
I'd say it was Act 2.5.
Okay.
I mean, because an act can be more than one scene, right?
Yeah.
There's also an epilogue, so I'm gonna throw the. Still gonna keep an Act 3 there. So this is gonna be. So what's the captain? Captain doesn't know anything about.
Well, like always, he doesn't want to be. He wants to resolve everything as quickly as possible. He wants to be involved as little as possible. But he's pissed about this because basically he knows that bottom line, we have to rescue Tiny Tim, and he just feels like Noob needs to check the bullshit and be a professional about this.
Yeah, the ship's databank is only playing the podcast.
And this thing is getting out of hand.
and replicators are only printing shirts.
And tulips. There's a tulip craze because of Tiny Tim.
The tulip craze.
There's a tulip craze because of Tiny Tim's song.
And engineer, who's the chief engineer?
H&B.
H&B is about to lay down the joke. Don't ruin my tulips. Don't worry, the Dutch already ruined tulips, dude.
And actually, just so you know, Mr. Goliath Man, this isn't a tulip. This isn't a Dutch thing. Tiny Tim's biggest hit was called "Tiptoe Through the Tulips."
And give me just 1 second. Oh, yes. Copy link address. Here you go, Mr. Goliath Man. That. You just follow that, baby. Felix has sent you the link. You follow that, baby, and good luck in Dutch court. You've insulted my people. Yeah, because we thought it would make you laugh, is, I think, not gonna stand up in a Dutch court.
Well, this is the thing. This was really pretty random because we went to that judge and the judge looked like Tiny Tim, and here we are at tulips.
No, I want to do this because this is the worst joke ever. Sir. We are on the verge of a tulip crash. I don't know whether he's doing the no for what I just sent him, or if he's listening to the tulip crash. So we're just gonna we're taking the tulip bulb craze and that crash, right? That economic crash. We're just putting him in there, and see, this is how it works, man. I'm so kind of happy that we're somewhat well read. What?
I mean, it's a legit crisis because
it is a legit crisis.
All of this this replication stuff.
I mean, there's a strain on things, and I like calling it the tulip crash, and that just makes it even funnier. And also the funny thing is, okay, I'm just gonna even do this. What's his name? Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna take him totally. I'm gonna take it totally out there, and I'm just gonna put him over here, and copy Willem Alexander, and I'm just gonna say this is probably the most Dutch thing because I forget who doesn't invite people in for food. I think that's most of the northern countries. You just want to make me sad. No, he's basically stockpiled canned food. He stockpiled some canned food in case the replicators go down. I like that myself. This is just a thing. I'm putting him very much. If he isn't the kind of guy that would see this coming, he's seen it coming. He's very practical. I love the idea of this. I think we've got a character on Monday night who might be taking this kind of a role in. Dr. Twitch has got a new player, so that's going to be even more interesting. Let me see. Okay, so we're on the verge of a tulip crash. So you gotta solve this, Mr. Noob.
Yeah. I think I might have a solution.
The chat with us all week. What is going on? Oh, enjoying our stream. Okay. Oh, you think you've got a solution?
Think so. I don't think Noob would think of this, but maybe Noob could talk to.
Oh, I was gonna go chat GPT here.
Okay.
Well, I was gonna go chat GPT. Oops, something went wrong. Of course it did. You ran out of venture capital money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you ran out of venture capital money, brother. Let me see. Writing a Star Trek story. I don't need that. No, stop. Oh, okay, shut up. You're writing a Star Trek story. Alright, stop. Just fucking end it. Listen to me when I do things. Okay. Keep it short and to the point. Oh, good lord. Is that basically it? I need you to retrieve a little more. I'm gonna reject that. Didn't like that style. Okay, we'll do that. Thanks for the feedback. I want more. Alright, let's try again. We don't leave anyone behind, no matter the circumstances. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
If Tim and Noob meet again amid the tulips, it will surge demand.
I think that's true. I mean, that's ultimately going to be the crisis, is that who is our counselor?
I think it's a Tellarite.
Okay.
Yeah, Strax is the ship's counselor.
Okay, so maybe Strax has, because okay, so
I'll have the captain just tell him to get his shit together.
Yeah, and Noob goes to Strax for some.
How do I get out of this? Do I have another get out of jail free card?
Well, yeah, and I think I've got a suggestion that the counselor would give.
Okay. My hologrammatic lover? No. I like that the captain sort of ran dibs and sent people into death. Yes, that's why we don't use the AI very often. Okay, so Noob is dragging his tail, so he's been booted out of the captain's office.
And obviously depressed.
Obviously depressed. Now, the weird part is, though, do we. I like GM the Great Barrier's suggestion that there's a problem because it may wipe out the replicators. And I want to use that as a final crisis or something, maybe. What? Rufus?
So I was thinking that the Strax would recognize that this has turned into a kind of mania that the crew is going through, and the only way to break the mania is to have some sort of activity that kind of resolves everything. And I think she would suggest, let's have you two actually tiptoe through those tulips.
Oh, the mania about.
Tulip mania.
Yeah, oh no, I got that.
But it's also, it's also
Oh,
tube.
yeah.
It's tube mania. It's tube
Yeah,
mania.
no, it's tube lip mania.
Yeah, tube lip mania. And so, they gotta go through some sort of ceremony or performance in order to kind of get this out of people's systems.
About Noob and Tim reuniting and kissing. On the lips is reaching a crisis.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's tube lip mania.
It's tube lip mania.
Oh. Oh, I think it will take out the ship.
Mm-hmm.
They've decided to solve the tube lip crisis by airing a live holocast. Yep. I think GM and Rufus are both on the same track here.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Oh, we went with a terrible pun, Goliath, man. And I hope that we need to solve this with a ceremony. And what I think is the number one fan and drag member, it's Edna.
Edna.
Willem is not involved in this at all. He is locating a can opener and figuring out how to set his phaser to open cans.
He wants some.
He does not want to die. What?
Yeah, what's a canned food he might be hungry for?
Yes, Mr. Goliath, man. What canned food that we are not in any way? I think he showed us several. You showed us several sets of cans of food. Or like cans of cookies.
Canned food.
Yeah, is there a canned food that Strax that Willem might be doing? And I'm just gonna have Willem show up in the background of every scene now. Carrying out his plan for the eventual tulip crash. That he sees coming. Oh, I can look that up, yes. You just pick whatever Willem Alexander's favorite food is.
He's just stockpiling.
I just love he's stockpiling stuff.
While he still can replicate it, he's just stockpiling as much as he can.
love this. I'm gonna find
Canned cookies and pizza.
canned cookies and pizza. I think that's important. I think he's grabbing everything he can. Canned pizza would be funnier. Liver paste. Yeah, liver paste. Do that. I think it's liver pasty, which is liver paste, right?
Liverwurst, probably.
Oh God, that would be. Oh,
Or
there's a
pate.
recipe.
Yeah,
Oh,
liver.
oh yeah, that's exactly what I would imagine. Yeah, it's potted meat.
Uh-huh.
I mean, this is probably a couple more bonuses up, but
Yep.
I like that he's just got a can of it. He's got 6 pots of it.
I would probably dig it too, actually. It looks good.
I want to see. All right, here's the deal. That's actually got a clear background.
Oh, there you go.
Hello, do you cookies? Do you want to use the cookies? Cookies verboten. 9. What do you have to see? Jumbo. Okay, I need just to copy this off into my hard drive. I would die from that much. Yeah, but you're not the king now, are you? Jumbo. Yeah, he is seriously stacked up that much liver paste. If we can't get his attention using this and cause a diplomatic and international incident, tensions are running high in the world, and I think the dumbest thing in the world is a little Twitch stream just completely incensing Denmark or rallying them closer and making them
Netherlands.
Netherlands, sorry. Shit, that too. But also like making them forgive us for being absolute shits in terms of our fickleness on the world stage. Because we're not doing well, man. Bejor, no. Where's it? Cookie Trek? Star Trek Adventure Solo. Somehow, it's still solo.
Oh, we appreciate that. Just give us a heads up. We can run for the hills or something.
What?
Oh, if the Netherlands
Yeah, give us a heads up.
keep us safe.
If the Netherlands makes a move.
Mm-hmm.
An AIVF? What the hell is that?
What?
That's like a weird new, yeah, like I can't save image as. I have never heard of an AVIF, but I'm gonna see if, what's it will take it. Do you understand? No, it is not supported. Okay, fine. We're just gonna go this way. We're going old school. Alright, wiping that image. Yes. He's got 15 jars of this stuff.
He's got a stash. He's ready for the tulip apocalypse. Tupocalypse. Oh no, it's gonna be a tupocalypse.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna find some pizza. Okay, I'm gonna do this because you haven't seen it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love the idea of New York style pizza in the Netherlands.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, whatever the hell this is. Okay, do you explain yourself, Goliath man? Explain yourself. What am I looking at?
Oh my.
Because I guarantee you will be dining alone if that shows up. Subject to copyright. Okay, what is the goo on this pizza, sir?
Wow, what is that?
It's a half and half. Yes, a half what, though? Yeah, this is when nobody can come to a consensus. Most. I think the white sauce is to make everyone miserable.
Yeah. No one's going to come home completely happy.
Hey, whoever it is that
Hey!
was a first time chatter that wants stuff, white sauce is good. Exactly what is this white sauce? And does it taste like fish? Garlic sauce. Oh, okay. I absolutely see where you had to. Okay, that could save the whole pizza. You slather that all over everything. I get you now. Sorry, you gotta follow us first. Person that just wandered in. But yeah, this is what he's stockpiling this. So he's taking all that back to his quarters in the background. But Edna needs to now know. Tulip field for walking. Yeah. Oh, I love this one.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, this is just gonna be great. Wait, there's a hot guy? No, there's not a hot guy in the tulips.
Is there ever a hot guy
Is
in the
there ever a hot
tulips?
guy in the tulips? Please stay on the road. Get out of my tulip field. Okay, look in Discord. Pizza worst. Oh God. Okay, I just need to get us a tulip field here. Copy image, start resources. You make me go to another. There we go. Edna's gonna be on the hay bale because that is exactly how this works.
Oh, yeah.
And we bring holographic Tiny Tim up. So I gotta go find him. Should we actually have the picture of Tiny Tim with his tuxedo?
Yes, that would be a nice touch.
Yes, this is the most awkward picture I could ever deal with.
It's Miss Vicky.
They look so happy here.
Oh, Miss Vicky.
And the ukulele was required. A little bit like Willy Wonka. Sorry to cut. I'm sorry to cut her out. I mean, I'm sorry to cut Miss Vicky out, but we're just gonna do this.
I think that's better. Yeah. Oh, it's so nice.
Oh, it is. I mean, it's sweet because he's just programmed this way, which is not a great look for holographic rights. We're in that era where holograms have rights, and we have a responsibility to them because we created them. And we're gonna cite that because that's where we're at in terms of all this. You must tiptoe. I guess we'd have to bring him up in the transporter room. Marooned on a planet means he need a mobile emitter. Maybe the shuttle. But I like the idea that the shuttle has the emitter that keeps him going. And we fitted it up because Noob ditched him. Also, do they walk with? I don't know who the open. Sorry about this. I gotta look up something here.
Yeah, I'll look it up.
Crocs. Ah,
Oh
okay.
yeah.
I love the idea that yes, this is happening too.
Hmm.
They
That's
wear the
very
special
nice.
white men's clogs. Although I would love to see what ones for a cat would look like. Oops. See. No, come on. Oh, yeah. We're just gonna have them. Neither one of these characters have canonically got legs.
Mhm. That's so true.
Um,
Maybe they ride in the
ride in a giant shoe.
they ride in these giant shoes.
You know, I'm gonna do this. I'm saving that for something else. We're just gonna have to do it. Rotate, flip horizontally because we don't want to take anyone out of the magic by having the shoes pointing the wrong way.
That's so true. There
Um,
we go.
yeah, and so basically, I think what we're gonna do is is that kind of where we go with this? We say, hey,
Well,
they tiptoe.
here's the deal. No, here's the deal. They tiptoe, and then the ship is just overwhelmed by thunderous applause. Everyone is so moved by this.
Okay.
And here's where we can either flip a coin or let the random thing decide. Um, so I say it's just like in real life. He's so overjoyed that he just dies happy,
Man,
or he's completely released from this stalker obsession just because he finally got his wish.
love I personally. All right, guys. Now it's up to you.
Mm.
Audience, does he die happy or does he get relief? Because that would be horrible to like do this again. Um, because how that is how Tiny Tim died.
Yes,
He died
he
in
did a
front of an audience. Or
he did a performance. As soon as he walked off stage, he died, and they could still hear the applause.
he died listening to the people applauding.
Uh
Okay, I'm gonna do this one. Giffley, you are my sad little world here. There's thunderous applause. Where's my G? Wait, did I just dump that somewhere and it didn't? Okay, there it is, 200. All right. Yeah, and so what I'm gonna do is this.
Mhm.
Yeah, there's just gonna be like applause all around from everywhere.
Mhm. I mean, it's just so much love. Oh,
And
is the Eurovision Song Contest? Is that what you're
oh,
talking
this is
about?
Eurovision. Yeah. Oh God.
Oh,
No,
you
that's
asked if
not.
we'd heard of
No,
it.
that's a different one. I think Europa. No, I haven't heard that one. Position, drop shadow, reflection, adjustments, brightness, super bright, opacity. Yeah, I like this better.
Mhm. Oh, that's beautiful. I mean, honest to God, I'm getting choked over that. I'm
Well, it
getting
should
choked up
be.
over that.
It should be a beautiful thing.
It should be a beautiful thing.
Um, happy reunification. We battle other countries for music. All I know is the Norwegian, the who is it that always does the horrible death metals, like Greenland or something?
Oh, Lordy, it was. Oh, I can't remember what country they were. I think it was Iceland. Lordy, they were really
The
something to
entirety of
see.
Europe sings their own song until someone wins. So.
Oh, well, there's an American movie about this.
Yeah, there is actually, I think, an American movie that you might like. Or
Yeah,
dies. Everyone wins. Someone wins or dies, which I like the idea of that. I think the crew loses its rope-tinted glasses and it realizes hello tea. Nah, well, we already, yeah, we may have already shorted you out on that, GM, because now that they've all applauded and got what they want for and a podcast finally ends.
Finally, the end of a podcast. And that's the thing, yeah. It completely breaks the obsession or the mania that's been infecting the ship. So Strax is totally right.
Yeah, it breaks the mania.
Yeah, and Noob is free. Tim died happy.
Tim is still fine. And epilogue.
Epilogue, yeah.
There's an epilogue, and I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do this to your king. This is our song. Give me a second. I'm working on your song. I got a king to fuck up.
I've got a king to fuck up. I gotta say that picture that you made there is just beautiful.
Which one? Oh, that.
Yeah, with all the with the transparent clapping applause.
H&H is gonna come in. H&B.
Mm-hmm.
And he used up all of his replicator rations, so all he gets now, he can just eat the canned food. Captain broods a little over his yes. Well, I think we figured out that Kent Raider actually shows up too sometimes. I'm gonna retcon this.
Yeah, what's happening now?
Well, the captain also has to brood over Kent Raider, his other love. I like his shoulder pads.
It's in the video that he shared with us.
Well, it's okay. So you are able to. I don't know how someone is supposed to be able to put in a YouTube thing, but okay. I'm getting a U.S. cellular ad, so I don't know about that. There. All right. So I think we managed to hit it all. Eurovision. Yeah, it is the Eurovision Song Contest. Okay. Yeah. So it just is a different phrase. Oh, sweet evil Jesus.
Womp womp.
This is exactly what I think is perfect. Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch this because
That's just a great.
Okay, all I'm gonna say, Mr. Glassman, is there's a show on our channel that we've done, and it begins to compete with our science fiction show Tales of the Solar Patrol.
Mm-hmm.
This is exactly what I'm thinking. And I do like that Eurovision is always political, right? I mean, please tell me, because it's just perfect. Like, everyone puts up their goofiest shit. Yeah, so that's actually, believe it or not, that is the end of the episode. We did it. We roll credits. Next time on the cookie track, we'll be back to cookies.
Yeah.
Next time we have a thing. Fancy piloting is saving the day.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna break the Prime Directive, And there
Oh.
is a violent Klingon romance because it's
Yeah.
funny, and this is Gene's vision, and
It
it's
is
like
Gene's vision.
annoying. But what I want to do is tell you that we do have an outro, and I also Simon or not Simon. If you want to read what's going to happen next week, while I look for a raid.
Okay, I will. I can see it right now. Okay, Sunday night we got Tomb of Annihilation is off, but we may have Jackbox.
Yeah, we may
Playing.
have a Jackbox. Keep that
Yeah,
in
we
the
have Jack-
Discord.
Yep, and Monday, Star Trek: Bajor Rising, The Refugee's Legacy. I mean, always something good going on Bajor. Tuesday, Conan. How could it have ended? How could have ended? How it could have? Yeah, how it could have ended. So something's going to end, I guess. Wednesday, Curse of the Netherdeep. Is that different than usual?
No, I think Wednesday. I don't know what we're doing.
Okay, so it just says deeper and deeper still, so I'll go with that.
Yeah,
Thursday we're
yeah.
off, and Cookie Trek will be back with a new episode and a new cookie, not just pizza, but a new cookie.
Yep. And then yep. All I can say, unfortunately, is what is it, Mr. Goliath? Yeah. Sunday, I think the GM might not be available.
Yeah.
So I'm checking on that, checking the Discord, to see what's happening, because if they are not available, we are definitely. I'm gonna petition and see if we can get track thing. Yeah. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn you over to the raid channel, the Dark Mom Consortium, and see how that goes.
The Dark Bomb. We're off.
I'm gonna stop streaming.